You've had a couple days to kind of digest how Saturday's game went. How do you feel about it now as compared to when you saw it, live?
Same thing. Sluggish start, slow start. Obviously gave up quite a few big plays offensively or defensively, excuse me. And, we had the one drive killing error where we missed the point of attack at midfield where we could have kept that drive going and turn it over on special teams. It was just anything that could go wrong in the first half did. And loved the way the guys came out in the second half. It was, almost two completely different games in the way that we played it, first half, second half. So love the response we had out of halftime. We just got to be better to start the game.
What does it say about this group that they can find a way to do that, at this point in the season, be able to turn it around in the second half like that?
The resiliency, the play the next play mentality, we talk about that all the time. At the same time, there aren't any excuses. We got to figure out a way to start right from the opening kickoff and play full four quarters. Not just when our backs are against the wall, finally get out of bed. So, like I said, I love the response that we had in the second half, but zero excuses for the way that we played in the first half. We've got to be better, coaching staff-wise, players, everybody, to be able to get up for a noon kickoff at your place to play the way we did in the first half, just unacceptable, and that needs to change.
What did you like in how Elliott adjusted as the game went along?
Yeah, I thought we tried to get him into a rhythm early, move the pocket a little bit to get him some throws out where, he's not having to do it from inside the pocket and, missed a couple, and that's the way it goes sometimes. You miss that first throw of the game. Sometimes it takes a second to get back into the flow, but I thought he settled nicely into the game as we went on. There's a couple in the second half where, we thought we had one thing pre-snap. They rotate their coverage, and he gets his eyes right back to where it needs to be, as if he's done it a bunch of times. And so that was good to see, the ability to, change post-snap with where you're going with your read based off of one guy's movement, and did a really nice job with that. So it got a bunch of people involved, which I liked, and obviously when he's got the ball in his hands, he's dangerous from that standpoint as well. So overall, I thought he played a really good game. You take two of the throws where we're moving the pocket and get those completed, and it's a really good game. So he's coming for a true freshman in his first start to handle the entire thing the way he did. I thought it went really well.
And certainly it helps when you've got guys like Ethan Champney and Bryce Kearns and Nick Nora able to do the kinds of things that they did Saturday to help him out.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about that all year. Those guys have to be people we rely on, whether it's AB, Joe, or Elliott playing. Those guys have to be playmakers for us. They were on Saturday. Again, not necessarily all in the pass game, but getting involved in different ways with the run game, whether they're carrying the football or blocking downfield. Really nice job by that whole group.
You use the reverse play a lot, and Nora certainly appeared to be able to create some space and things. What do you like in where he's at now versus where he was at the beginning of the season?
He's got more games under his belt, so he's more comfortable. He wants the football, as they all do. I think I said this after the game on Saturday as well. Anytime we can get Nick or any of our skill guys in space where they're playing on an outside linebacker or safety at that point. Obviously, we like that matchup. So we were able to get Nick in some green grass on Saturday, and obviously he made the best of it.
Looking at your team defensively, they've had a number of second halves that look an awful like the one on Saturday where they're able to essentially shut a team down. What are they doing so effectively game in and game out to be able to keep opponents from being able to do what they do in the first half?
Yeah, I think they've played well in the first half as well. It's not just a second half thing. Obviously, Saturday we were able to get the football on the ground a couple times to start the third quarter, and that helps settle everybody down. Whether it's adjustments or guys just kind of easing into the game, however you want to look at it, the second halves have been pretty good to us up to this point. We need to be better at the start of the game. There was too many times where they had guys running free downfield with their vertical concepts, and obviously we're going to see that again this weekend. So we got to be better from the start from that standpoint. But overall, I thought they played well Saturday.
Speaking of looking ahead to this Saturday, Grand Valley State's always a tough team to play against. What do they do well?
Yeah, they're talented in all their skill spots. I mean, offensively and defensively, their guys can run. They're aggressive. So they're tough matchups defensively for us when they get those guys in space. Offensively, they're going to be aggressive on the edges in our guys' face, and allows them to play extra guys in the box and be aggressive from that standpoint as well. So they're good everywhere. Talented, fast, physical. So defensively, they're a different structure than we've seen in these past couple of weeks, so that's going to be different for us. But we're going to have our hands full. There's no question about it. It just gets back to what we talked about in every other game, our execution on both sides of the football. You got to take care of the football, take advantage of your opportunities when you get in the scoring zone, and obviously if they're going to throw it as much as we think they're going to, right, we got to hopefully run into a couple as well and get some breaks from that standpoint. But they're good. Our guys are excited about the trip, and we're looking forward to that challenge down there, and we'll see what happens when we get to Saturday.
Coach Alex Bueno a little banged up after the Ferris game. Rest him against Roosevelt. Can we expect to see him on Saturday against Grand?
We're hoping so. He's practicing right now, and we'll see how things go throughout the week. But our plan is that he'll be back, and we'll go back to what we were doing and before his injury, and go from there. So whatever gives us the best opportunity to execute our offense, whoever that might be at Q. Obviously, AB's health and so on and so forth will play into it. But as of right now, we will have him back.
Grand Valley, not a team that you can start flat against. What's the message to your guys? They know what to do. We know that they can do it. We've seen it. But what's your message to them headed into this one?
Yeah, I mean, they know what we're heading into. It's their homecoming. Obviously, they have quite a few people at their home games regardless of homecoming or whatever it might be. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. We're not going to have any trouble getting up for the game, but starting fast is exactly what we need to do. It's you can't get behind the eight ball where you're chase mode right from the get-go. We got to show up on both sides of the football and play complementary to one another. Not getting into situations in special teams with their dangerous returners where we get the ball in the wrong guy's hands and so on. So every phase of our game is going to have to be executed, and we just can't do anything to hurt ourselves.